All right, all right. We are live.
Yeah.
We are live. We are live. Oh, we probably got to figure that part out. All right. Let me let people load up.
Get something load up, let them come in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So what's the
All right, people, what's going on? You guys already know who it is. Your boy Bobby from MentorMe.com alongside
it's your boy Mike the Advisor.
people. We're talking about why certain people in life can't win. And there's a lot of variables. There's a lot of reasons why. There's a lot of bad habits that people have, which is putting them in positions where they can't ever elevate in life. And we're going to talk about a lot of those goddamn reasons tonight on the Paying for Truth podcast, hosted by Mr. Mentor Me and Mike the Advisor. So make sure you guys, of course, subscribe to your YouTube channel. Of course, subscribe to, Spotify. Follow me on IG, TikTok, Mentor Me, and FI4, all that good stuff, people. Let's talk about it, Mike.
I don't know where you want to start, but
I said we start right where we need to. Why are people so lazy? Let's start right there.
I think the issue is mindset.
For sure.
I mean, I feel like also laziness is maybe I think laziness is a disease.
I could definitely stand beside you, and
I think it could be diagnosed
as
a disease, even though obviously it's very curable. But I just think it's a form of disease. And the reason why I say it is because people cling to it so much, and they do it in every aspect, where they're just lazy about everything.
Correct.
And I think that's probably what causes it. So I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know, but the first reason why I believe most people won't make it in life is because of mindset.
And I think that's one of the biggest reasons when you think
mindset is the biggest thing. I think, and don't get me wrong, we're all fighting and trying to get past mindset. And to be clear, when we say make it, in life, that definition is subjective to whoever's listening, right? You're going to determine what's making it to you. Having a car and a regular apartment is making it to you, right?
Yeah.
Having 100 acres and $1 billion in your bank account is making it to you.
Correct.
Right? Being able to just, turn the lights on in your house and go to sleep at night without hearing gunshots is making it for you, right? It can mean so many different things for people, right? Just sending your son to college full ride is making it for you. So what I mean by that is it's not just a one type of thing or one set way of doing it, but in the world that we live, we all know all the things that most people talk about when it comes to make it comes back to economics. So before we even get to the nitty gritty, I think it's mindset. People have a mindset of poverty, laziness.
No, it's true.
And I believe those are probably the reasons why you're going to get, most people, which I know not probably, it is a reason why most people can't get past that hump in life. There's some people, they've been in the same, situation for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years. And
complacency.
And it feels so good because it's comfortable, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know this, but the comfort zone is such a dangerous place to where, of course, I didn't like the feeling of uncomfortability, but nobody likes the feeling when you go to the gym and your body hasn't been there in a while, and you leave the gym and the next morning you wake up and you're sore. Nobody likes the feeling. Nobody asks for that. But your body said, this is the process we got to go through because this ain't happening in a while.
Correct.
So it puts you in an uncomfortable state, right? You put a seed in the ground, you water it, it goes through all these different, weathers. It's uncomfortable.
Correct.
So I don't know anything, when a woman is pregnant, it's not comfortable, right? It's uncomfortable. So I don't know, anything in life that's beautiful, that comes with joy, that was developed, that didn't come from being uncomfortable, if that makes sense.
Well, you got to really think about it, Mike, right? A lot of everybody's raised differently, come from different walks of life, different cultures, different religions, different type of social factors. So all these things.
So you think that plays a role in the mindset?
For sure, because you got to really think about it. If you're around people that's thinking that $20 an hour is a lot of money, your mind starts to adapt to that and attach itself through your whole lifetime.
Correct.
And if you start to feel like in life, you know what, I want to make $1 million, and you're pushing and you're grinding every day, you're going to get to that $1 million law of attraction.
Correct.
But there's also people that their mindset is holding them back.
Yeah.
You still have Black people in this world today, because we're talking the Paying for Truth, nothing but the truth. This is the Paying for Truth podcast where we talk about the reality. And
We
a
on
lot of
we
people.
on Instagram today?
Yeah, we're on Instagram also today.
Oh, Instagram. Oh, okay.
A lot of people,
Nice.
especially like I would say the black culture, some of them have this habit where
Yeah,
they're still saying, "Oh, this white person's holding me back," or "This culture is." People at the end of the day, there is opportunity to make it in this world.
yeah.
And some of you, when you say this holding you back statement, I'm like, you haven't even gone anywhere for them to hold you back.
Right.
It's so funny when people say that.
So it seems to me, aside from mindset, you're talking about association, your
For
surroundings.
For sure.
I think this is number one. I want to kind of stay right here for a second because, and I love this because I feel like when you're around, people don't understand how important that is, right? Which is why protecting your energy is so important and being mindful. It doesn't even matter. It could be your spouse. Whoever you're around does play a role, right?
Correct.
So if you're around someone who likes to be comfortable, who likes to just do their thing, who likes to just stay right here,
for sure,
who doesn't like to change things up, who likes to keep it simple, certain parts of life make sense. But when it comes to growth, you cannot grow and also want to stay in the same space. You can't move in new furniture and keep the same stuff that was there before. You need to make space for it. So when you're around someone and they like to just come home, smoke a blunt and chill, what's going to be your habit?
You're going to start to be in that environment and mentally believe
you're going to want to come home.
That makes sense.
We adapt as humans to our environments. That's just how we are. It's not even your fault. It's just that's what it is. You get put in a horrible situation, you're going to adapt to that environment.
But when you think about it, Mike, there's certain individuals in this world that's making $500,000 a year. There's certain individuals in this world that's making $1 million a year, but there's also a certain group of adults that's making $30,000 a year.
Correct.
And you ask yourself, how is there such a big gap?
In surroundings, because you got to understand the people who are, let's say, in the 1% financially, know something and are around the right people.
Correct.
They know that's the only two different things. They know something different than you do, and they're around people that you'll probably never be around. So,
correct.
Or they know people that you may not ever know,
which is true,
or bump into because of the circles they're around. So I say that to say because when you're around certain people, they expand you, they push and stretch your mindset, not because they're trying to. That's just what it is. So if you're around a billionaire, he's gonna think and respond to certain things in a way that's like, damn, that's nothing to you. So now it's gonna make you think like, wow, what I thought was big was really very small. It's every level. It could be sport. It could be anything in life.
I've always believed that people should, as adults, you should always hang with people who are smarter than you.
Correct.
And once you're around people that don't surpass your mindset, you're going to always put yourself behind in life.
Yeah.
Some of you don't realize that you're the smartest person among your friends. And you continuously ask yourself, why am I not winning?
Yeah.
At 30 years old, nothing has changed in your life. That's a problem.
I just think that there should be people. The easiest way to even break that down, Bobby, is if you're around people and you're not thinking, man, I want to be like that person, or I want to strive to get to that person's level, and they're in your circle, you're in the wrong circles. Because if they're in your level or below, if you wouldn't trade your life for theirs, what's the point of constantly hanging around?
It's true, but it goes back to this complacency. People get very comfortable hanging around people that ain't doing shit. People get very comfortable hanging around people that's not growing. And then they start to think that it makes sense. People, I want you guys to understand, a lot of people that complain that they're not winning, it's because of how you think and who you hang around with. And there's many other factors we're going to talk about tonight, but these are the main two problems in your life.
Yes.
Your surrounding factors
100%.
And how you look at life and how you look at money.
100%.
A lot of us we got a doctor's degree in spending money.
Correct.
But when it comes to saving, we don't understand it.
No.
When it comes to investing, we don't even want to take a risk.
No.
How do you expect to win in life? A lot of you don't realize you've been working for the same job, haven't gotten a raise, life hasn't changed, and you just magically think you're going to become wealthy. How is that possible? Right. How are you going to become rich without changing anything about you? From your mindset to how you spend your money, to how you save your money, to how you invest your money, to how you protect your money,
to how you make your money.
Come on,
I think, and this is why I believe, and this is we're gonna fly through it tonight.
Correct.
But the last point I want to bring, and we can go back to the top when we reset the room, is investing in yourself. And
self-investment, for sure.
And I think self-investment is important because you can't change your mindset if you don't invest in yourself. You can't change your surroundings if you don't invest in yourself, because the self-investment automatically will change those two things, in my opinion. So it
clarify when you're saying self-investment, as in putting money to the side, or
when I say
making myself a better me.
100%. So them dingy ass clothes you got in the closet,
correct.
Go ahead and put them in a bag, drop them at Goodwill, get something better. Not saying they need to be designer. Get something better. Upskill it, upgrade it, shirt by shirt, week by week, check by check. Maybe just $40, let me give you a new shirt every check. Like, start to upskill that part. Your image. Self-investment is another word for reinventing yourself. You should always be reinventing yourself. There's a new way to do something all the time for yourself. I don't go to the gym the same time no more. Now I go at 4 in the morning. Oh, I don't work out the same way no more. Now I do 10 sets of everything. I don't. You have to reinvent the way, because why? There's always going to be plateaus in life. There's going to be a new way of doing work. I want to do work like, I know my job is this, but now I'm going to turn it up a notch. I'm going to start with this. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to reach out to this person. I'm going to get more vocal. I'm going to, do something. But what I really mean by investing in yourself is, spending time to say, what is the first thing I know I can work on that's going to increase my value? If you're not a good speaker, let me figure out what Toastmasters is. Let me just Google how to speak better. Let me just Google how to become a better communicator and see what pulls up. Do some deep dive research. That's level one. Figure out if there's a course, if there's something you need to pay for. Invest in yourself. If you want to learn something, learn a skill, a trade, or you're at your current job, you want to upskill that job and say, I want to, not a degree, not go to 4-year school. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. But when people hear invest in themselves, especially when it comes to education, they automatically think traditional school. And traditional school is not the best route all the time. Sometimes you just need to get something that's quick, right to the point, and specific. Now, if that is traditional school, let's do it. Invest in yourself. But if it's not, don't waste time doing it, So what I mean by reinvesting is, investing in yourself. Get you a mentor, somebody who's proven. Not somebody who just talks and looks like they're proven. Somebody who's actually proven, and put that money back in yourself to increase whatever it is, your communication skills, your knowledge about a subject, whatever it is, so you can increase your income, because that's where it starts. Then if you don't have nothing left over net after you paid everything, you ain't never going to get nowhere.
People, we're talking, tonight we're talking about why some people won't ever win in life. There's a lot of people struggling. Millions of individuals born in the United States of America are struggling. Don't even have $1,000 to their name, living check by check, at 40 years of age, don't own anything. And tonight we're talking and giving you guys also solutions to why is it that a lot of grown adults,
not over yet,
are in a position of life to not have anything.
You can get out of it.
We first spoke about your mindset, how you think, how you process life is one of your problems. A lot of you don't realize you need to change the type of people around you. You need to be around smarter people so you can learn from them. Number 2, your surroundings. Who you hang with makes a difference to your success. If you can't say that all the friends and all the associates you have learned something from them. You can't even say, I've learned this from that person.
Or I want to be like that person. If they're all in your same shoes,
that's a problem.
That's not the same.
Number 3, when are you going to start investing into yourself? If you know you need to lose weight, lose weight. If you know you need to, of course, start
pay for a trainer.
Putting yourself in a position to get a mentor, get a mentor. If you know you need to be in a position to say, look, I'm not a public speaker, but I have a business and I'm not going to make more money if I learn how to public speak, go to Toastmasters. Learn how to public speak. Go watch YouTube University. People, but one thing you got to understand, you cannot make failure in an addiction. And we're going to talk about addictions for a moment. Some of you are addicted to failing. You're addicted to excuses.
Don't even know it.
Everything, the white man holding me down, or the reason I'm not where I want to be, I have kids, or the reason I'm not where I want to be because of my husband or my wife. Always got an excuse. When does it stop? When does the excuses stop? And this is why a lot of us fail. And this is why a lot of us own nothing. And this is why a lot of us work check to check. Because everything is always an excuse.
$40 conversation, $50.
Oh my God!
Oh, I ain't got the extra. Oh, it's an extra $20. I ain't got it right.
And what I find so funny,
the things we're debating about are. I'm talking about when I say this so minuscule.
Facts.
It's gas money for some people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like $50, $60 is what we talking about here.
Yeah.
We don't have that extra.
Some people still got friends robbing them for $100.
So we don't have an extra $100 to do what we want to do.
That's embarrassing.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got to figure out then where can we pull this from because we tied the extra $100. What?
Imagine.
Now, don't get me wrong. Shit happens, right?
Correct.
But the question now becomes, once the shit happens, what is the solution? How are we going to not let this happen again? How can we increase our situation? What can we change? What can we think about differently? You know what I'm saying? To say, okay, you know what? Forget this. I know I didn't really like this, but I might have to start looking at this because I probably can get me an extra 10 bands a month. Let me see. You have to try a lot of things.
Correct.
Everybody in life should always adopt the mindset of a scientist. Meaning scientist, science meaning to know, the knowing, right? Scientists only know, hey, for example, Edison, now I figured out 10,000 ways how to not create light. Not that I failed 10,000 times. Here's 10,000 ways not to do it. On the 11,000th way, oh, boom, light was created. You know what I'm saying? It's trying multiple things to know. If you think, oh, I just want to be an eyelash person, you so caught up in being stuck into that, you didn't know that you were really supposed to be a real estate mogul. You were supposed to be a public speaker.
That's very common.
You were supposed to be a nail technician,
That's
guru.
very common. Why
but you stuck to that one thing so much to where it's like, you know what? Yeah, this ain't working. I tried it. I gave it my all. I gave it enough, but it's not really what I like to do. And it's not really making enough money for me. It's too slow. Let me try something else.
You know what I've learned, Mike? One of the problems with a lot of people is the learning curve. You don't like to learn something new.
That's going to take too long.
Because where are you going exactly? What you've been doing hasn't gotten you anywhere. But to say, hold on, let me learn something new, which may take me 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
That can make me triple my salary. I'm going to put myself in a position to say, hold on, let me just be complacent. Let me stay where I'm at. Because I don't want to go through that learning curve of learning something new.
Here's another one I love. The people who's always working on something.
They've been working on something since 20, since 15 years old, 20 years old.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
Right now, man, I'm working on Yeah, I know, I hear that. But the reason I can't do any of that, Bobby, is because right now I got this in the pipeline work. They're always depending on something in the future that hasn't come yet.
Correct.
Versus taking control of what they can learn. You know what? That course you said you was going to start 6 months ago. Did you start it? Oh, nah, I ain't did that no more because but I'm working on something right now. When are you going to finish what you start? Doesn't mean you have to go out and be that thing. You take that course, at least finish it. Get through it. Try to see maybe, you know what? I kind of slow down a little bit. Let me get back to it. Damn, let me do a few hours today. Let me do a few hours tomorrow. Let me do 30 minutes a day. Just try to get finished with it. I know I kind of chilled out for a month. Let me get back into it. Because why? You started it.
See, it takes a self-driven person to do that, and that's the problem a lot of people lack.
Self-drive starts from where, Bobby?
From inside of you.
Mindset.
It's the mindset. Like, people really think about that. To wake up every day and know that you could do better and not do better. Sometimes you got to really ask yourself, self-reflection, like, how do you feel? A lot of you know you got the potential to make 4 or 5 times more, to be 4 or 5 times better than what you're going through right now.
Correct.
Some of you are going through physical abuse, mental abuse, financial abuse, relationship abuse. You've got the potential to do 100% better.
Life will be
but
your ass.
The choices you make, you prefer to be complacent. I get people that call my phone all the time or DM me. I just had maybe 2 or 3 people yesterday. Actually, one of them I'm going to talk about, right? 4 years ago, this individual sat down with me, did a couple hours of sessions with me about her finances. 4 years later, nothing has changed. And then she says to herself,
48 months, nothing changed.
48 months, nothing has changed. Then she says to herself, oh, yeah, I don't know when I'm going to do better. What the fuck?
Yeah, people that know.
Wow, you know you fucking up and you don't want to change nothing about it.
And you're just like, I don't know what I'm going to do better. See, that passive, I hate. Listen, this is the reason why this is the conversation for tonight. But here's the thing, though, right? Mindset is the hardest part, Bobby, because all this sounds good to everybody. They might chime in, they might listen, they ain't gonna do nothing with it. The point is that Mindset is number one.
Correct.
Why do you think when people go to YouTube, the most watched videos are motivation videos?
Correct.
Because why? People want to try to change the mindset. It's not about wanting to try to change the mindset and watching the videos. That's not really the issue. What the issue is the consistency.
Correct.
Which goes back still to what? The mindset.
Correct.
Because if you're not waking up every morning saying, damn, I still didn't do what I said I was going to do yesterday. Let me try again today. Let me try again today. You know what? Let me try again today. It's about being 1% better, not 100% better the next day. Do one. That's 5% in a week, 7% in a whole 7-day calendar week.
Correct.
31% a month, 300% a year. It's just one. So I think a lot of us get caught up in our head. And a lot of things that stop a lot of people, which is why I cut off a lot of people, is because of mindset. Mindset can start pushing from out of your mind, and you're wearing it on your sleeve, how you walk, how you talk to people, how you handle your money, how you dress. It all goes back to the mindset.
I'm gonna definitely say I'm gonna agree with you and piggyback on that. People, I'm gonna say this:
it festers everywhere.
The mindset is the most valuable tool that a lot of you carry, and it's free. But I've learned that as I sit down with grown adults that book me for shows, book me for sessions,
that's what I'm thinking about, man.
And I realize that they either one, think too small, two, they're scared to take a risk, three, they're still 12 years behind mentally. It's like they just found out that life insurance exists. They just found out that you could buy 2 houses in the country, in the same country. People, what have you been doing all your life? And people, the only way you can do better and change that mindset, start educating yourself. Maybe get a mentor.
A mentor doesn't mean you need to pay for somebody right away. A mentor means you need to go online, whoever you admire,
go to YouTube
and start watching this person every day. That's your mentor. That's level one mentorship. You like Les Brown? Go online, go to Google, go to YouTube, watch Les Brown every single day. Watch all his shows.
But here's what they say, like, I don't have time. I'm too busy. But you got enough time to go to work and work for somebody for 50 hours a week. You got time to go to a brunch. You got time to go to a concert.
Bobby,
you got time.
Bobby, I only get one life.
I'm gonna tell you this YOLO shit that people gotta stop doing, right?
I gotta live my life, Bobby.
You live once, you only live once, you only die once too. And that's the problem with people. They're only looking at the you only live once aspect. But people, you gotta understand too, you only die once. But while living, you gotta make better choices. And you make better choices by changing your mindset. You make better choices by changing the type of people you hang with.
Right.
A lot of you are hanging with broke people, uneducated people, people that are not knowledgeable,
bad credit,
people that got bad credit, bad decision-making habits, and it's attaching to you. And then you ask yourself, at 35, 30 years old, 40 years old, how come I don't have shit to show all my years of living?
And now let's level it down for people, right? Because I want y'all to understand as well. It's not really about, and I know, we mean well because it's just frustrating, but
the painful truth is the painful truth.
But the truth is painful. You know what I'm saying?
We got to talk about the truth.
And the reason why it's in your chest, it's raw, it's uncut, is because it's needed sometimes. But, let's just be clear here. Guys, one, we know life isn't perfect and nobody is perfect.
100% facts.
What we're talking about is the pursuit
to perfection.
The pursuit, meaning knowing that you're never going to reach the end destination.
Correct.
You're just in the pursuit of getting things better.
Mm-hmm.
Abundance, right? For people who are spiritual, you're supposed to be fruitful.
Correct.
Being non-fruitful actually is a sin. So you broke as hell. All this lack around you is actually not what you're supposed to be. That's not what we're created to do. We're created in an image of something, whatever you believe, that created us. We didn't just come out of nowhere and grow from the ground, right?
You make a lot of sense.
So my point is that if we're the most intelligent, life form on this planet, we can make decisions. We're conscious enough to know right from wrong, but also to think through something further past right from wrong. To say, you know what? I have wood. Let me build a house. Let me build a chair. Let me build a table with that one piece of commodity. That means we have thought. which is the most powerful thing.
Correct.
Everything we're looking here started with a thought. A phone wouldn't be here if they didn't think about it first. Had to be designed. The planes we fly started with a thought. Clothes, everything starts with that. So if we know that that's the first thing we thought about, the thought is the most powerful thing. All we think is to say, you know what, let me wake up in the morning, I want to be better. Forget money, I just want to be better.
You see,
that's the thought.
See that's...
Once you keep that thought, it's gonna start oozing, and it's gonna you ain't gonna figure everything out. Some things are just gonna happen.
See, that's thinking optimistic.
You're gonna bump into Bobby. You're gonna bump into somebody else. You're gonna bump into, oh, you know what? I was out and this guy said, man, I should do this. You're gonna start attracting things.
Correct. Your energy, positive energy. Law of attraction. Correct.
Without you even trying, because you're just trying to do better. Let me just Google. Keep Google. Give yourself 30 days to just research and figuring it out. But once that research is done, it's time for action. So, okay, I'm gonna try this one. Let me see if this will work. Let me see if I can do this one realistically with my lifestyle. Because people don't change overnight. I get that. Addiction is hard. You're not gonna go cold turkey. We get that. You're not gonna just wake up tomorrow morning and start hitting the gym at 4 in the morning. You're gonna miss some days. That's cool. It's not about that. What we're talking about is just stop giving up.
Correct. I mean, you know what? The reality is,
stop giving up. That's all I'm saying. Is just stop the give up mentality.
See, but you got to realize with a lot of people, giving up is so much easier than actually putting in effort.
Shit might be rough, man.
People, y'all got to understand. If we possibly go into a strong recession by the end of next year,
no, possibly that shit happening.
Do you guys understand? Some of you, your biggest asset, which is your job, is gone.
Yeah, they're already laying people off who actually have knowledge.
The stimulus income ain't coming back.
Nah,
I've been alive 36 years. I've seen stimulus once, so I doubt that's coming back.
That's the reason we're in the problem we're in now.
And that's why exactly we're in the problem right now because of stimulus.
Yeah.
Because we have a president that want to put so many dollars and not realize how quantitative easing works, exactly how inflation works. But at the end of the day, besides the politics, you guys got to realize the truth. You're getting older. No matter who's watching this video,
you're getting older.
You're getting older. You should be getting wiser with your decisions on how you spend your money, who you hang with, where you're going in life. And it needs to be clear. Some people still don't have a clear direction on what are they doing with their lives. At grown adult ages, what are you doing with your time? That's why I tell you sometimes you need to spend some time and focus on you.
Spend some time by your damn self.
Stop trying to be like everybody else. Learn to be yourself.
Yeah, man.
Learn to value yourself. Self-reflection. Take some time and say, you know what? I deserve better. I know better. Let me make better choices. Let me make better decisions. Let me own a house in life. And you do that by what he was talking about earlier, changing your mindset. You do that by changing the circle of friends you hang with. You do that by self-investment. You do that by getting rid of the addiction. Some people at grown adult ages still have drinking problems, still have gambling problems, still have sex addictions. People, at the end of the day, you need help, no matter how you want to look at it. And until you get help, nothing's going to change in your life. 5 years later, you're going to still be right here. And it's crazy to me, Mike. I realize that some people are going to die broke. Some people are going to die with excuses, and their kids are going to start to just...
The worst thing to be as a human being, I think it's a waste of life.
Excuses too?
I think the worst thing that everybody should probably think about is like, if you're telling me all you did as a human being was work, pay bills, raise a family, and die.
Imagine that. Work, pay bills, raise a family, and die. That's right. The process of a lot of people.
Yeah, that's to me is like, I mean, we're
no enjoyment, no happiness.
We're here to do so much more things. And even if it's not just, like I said, it's not always just, money only related, but let's just say, what did you build? What did you leave? What impact did you have? Like, you don't got to just do only music, hop, skip, and dance and make an impact. There's so many other things you could do to make an impact. Some people,
when they die, they ain't nobody going to be at their funeral talking positive about it.
So it's like, exactly. It's
just the reality.
My thing is, it's just like, there needs to be an elevation. Somebody got to push y'all, maybe wake you up in some way, maybe have you think different. Because some people, all they think about is just what I'm about to post in my story, what TikTok Rock just died. What's going on with this person? What's going on? Listen, end of the day, everything around you is a distraction.
People, and it's so true what you're saying. Some people know more about Cardi B and the City Girls and P&B Rock
than their own job.
And their own life. If you put that
Their own
same
finances.
energy that you put
Their own dreams,
being in everybody else's goddamn business,
being in your own business,
and put it in your own business, in your own self-investment
correct.
business, you will be surprised how far you can get in life.
People,
but a lot of people don't understand.
Listen, everybody doesn't need to be a CEO.
Oh my God, that's another problem. Everybody want to be a goddamn entrepreneur. Listen, all of a sudden,
this is not what we're
COVID
saying.
done made a world of fake ass entrepreneurs all over the place, and a lot of them ain't making no goddamn money.
Right, people. Not everybody needs to work for somebody else or work for
My
yourself.
God.
Some people, it's fine to work for somebody else. It's not
everybody want to be an entrepreneur.
It's not the issue. What we're saying is, if you're working for somebody, put in the most effort in or bring the most value to where you can increase the income you make working for somebody else. Go figure out. Go self-invest in yourself.
Go get a skill.
And figure out what skill you can go get and upskill yourself, and then switch an industry like some brothers is doing. Get into tech, get into something else, get into set, whatever it is. Get some information, upskill, because corporations are spending billions in upskilling because
Correct.
they know this is the information age. My corporation just put $300 million over the past 2 years in upskilling organizations. Meaning they give money to these organizations who build these programs and say, hey, listen, we want you to put these people in these programs. We'll automatically hire them once they get out.
You know, it bothers me a lot.
We're in the information age. So it's like, if you're making $50,000 a year or $40,000, okay, damn, I don't really like what I'm doing. Okay, what are you kind of interested in? Okay, I'm kind of interested. Okay, let me go get me a skill. Boom, boom, boom. Let me figure out, save up some money. Okay, let me go pay $2,000, $3,000, whatever the price is, and apply yourself. Get the skill. Okay, boom. Now I got the skill. Let me network. Let me get my LinkedIn. Let me.
You know what I've learned, Mike. A lot of people have education, but common sense is not so common. That's the problem. A lot of you have so much education. You can read a book from left to right, know every goddamn vocabulary word in the book.
Punctuation.
You know punctuation, conjunctions, all that bullshit there. But your pockets is on desk. Your pockets on E. Your life is not in order. You're not happy. You haven't traveled the world. You're not living life. But you have education. But when it comes to knowledge,
you're alive.
When it comes to knowledge of real life, being practical, being logical, that's where the struggle comes about. Because school can't teach you that.
Right.
I know people right now, you give them any test, they'll pass on the first try. Not me.
Correct.
I'm going to pass on that third try. But at the end of the day, when it comes to common sense, living my best life.
Right. And let me talk about that right there.
I understand that clearly.
Living your best life is not for other people to see.
Right? And that's
what we're talking about right now, all this stuff can be done in the background in the dark.
Everybody want to put their personal
people can stop seeing like, damn, he don't post no more, he don't do no more, because you're doing all these things we're talking about.
Correct.
Because it takes 100%, 120% of your attention. I'm sorry, you're not going to have time to reach out to people. You're not going to have time to check up on such and such.
Correct.
You're going to miss some birthdays. You're going to miss some birthday texts. You're going to miss some anniversary texts. You're going to miss some, damn, I ain't hear from you in a while. You're going to get some of that.
Correct.
You're going to get some, oh, he switched up. You're going to get all that.
Correct.
In pursuit of self-development. Through the process. That's the pruning. That's the detox. You got to put your life through a detox. Because some of y'all got too much junk involved in it. Too much just getting online, like doing all these dances.
Yeah. TikTok has become, and I get it. You know what? I'm going to say this too. I'm on TikTok, right? But I'm more for just education. Teach people financial literacy and wealth.
Right.
But I get it. I'll rather see you guys dancing on goddamn TikTok than going to jail and committing crimes.
100%.
But there's also a balance. I really would love to see some of these people's lives that's on TikTok like that, that's dancing all goddamn day. Is your life really in order with all that goddamn dancing you do? If it is, this video has nothing to do with it.
Correct.
But if it isn't, there has to be a point in your life where you say to yourself, hold the fuck up. I've been dancing. I've been doing all types of Baltimore, Maryland dances and all type of different dances. I'm making money on TikTok. But when are you going to readjust your life? There's a lot of people on social media that's living a life that makes no sense. Struggling, don't own nothing. People only like you because you're entertaining. You take away the entertainment, what do you own in life? Where are you going with your life?
Correct.
Some people are deadbeat fathers, deadbeat mothers, but they're so cool on social media. In real life, they got no friends.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
No real
why
skills.
A lot of people like that are not winning. Why people are not winning.
No real skills. You put them in a room and it's like, okay, I can smell why you broke.
Yeah.
Like forget seeing. I can smell why you broke.
Yeah,
it's oozing off of you.
A Bond 9 broke fragrance.
Because it's crazy. It's the mindset you came in with, the energy you came in with, the vernacular you came in with, how you come off. It's like, oh, you gonna stay broke forever because people don't want to be around you. You're not likable. You're quote unquote not friendly, and you just do your own thing. Okay, cool.
We're still stuck on views. We're still stuck on likes. There's still adults still stuck on likes. They're still addicted to likes. That's their addiction. Some people's addiction is gambling. Wasting money all day at the casinos, knowing the probability is ridiculously low.
It's even worse. A lot of people's addiction, a lot of people's addiction is chilling.
That is true. Damn, that's a good one.
I've been working 40 hours a week. On this the weekend, I'm chilling. That's really not the time. That's the trap right there.
So let me get this right.
That's the trap. It's not really. You ain't time to chill.
12 years of you not having shit, working for a company, fulfilling their dreams. People, when you work for people, you're making their family dreams come true. Mm-hmm. You're building their family wealth.
That's correct.
What about your wealth? That's where a lot of us don't understand.
What you putting in order?
And then on the weekends, you chilling.
Yeah, you gotta be working.
Instead of taking time out, even if it's a couple of hours, 2 hours out of the weekend, to focus on you and build something for you. A lot of y'all don't like to do that. Yeah. And a lot of y'all don't like to hear the painful truth. Y'all don't like to hear the truth. That's why I created this podcast. Yeah. Y'all like people to lie to y'all. Y'all like to see the fancy cars. Y'all like to see the ignorance on social media. Yeah. Y'all like to see the jewelry, 8 chains on a person's neck.
Yeah.
Making it seem like they living the best life.
Correct.
As you can see, people are dying every single day, no matter how much money you have or don't have. Mm-hmm. But to me, I want you guys to really understand, every day is another day that you should be investing into yourself to getting closer to financially winning. Some of y'all struggling check by check. And you have a social security number born in the United States. Some of y'all have stolen down there $2 million worth of PPP. You still broke. This is crazy.
They ain't leave no money for the lawyers.
They didn't even think about the lawyer.
Left no money to get out the situation.
Took $5 million, $6 million, still broke.
Millions.
Didn't even think to say, here it go, the mindset. I'm gonna be a thief, but at no point I'm gonna think, let me get a lawyer. I'm gonna be a thief, but let me
pay him in advance because I know I'm gonna need him soon.
But the first thing they do is I'm gonna go get Lambo trucks. Let me go get expensive cars, expensive jewelry.
I was just working at Walmart. Now I'm pulling up.
That dude there, I couldn't even believe, Buddy didn't even have a business.
Yeah, man.
Working at Walmart, 4 months later, he got $1 million.
And you know
what the hell you invested at that could give you $1 million, a 10,000 ROI return in 4 months.
See, as humans,
and then showing off on social media on top of that.
Here's the thing: as humans, we like to just we like to get the result without what comes without the work, right?
Yeah. Everybody want to be the LeBron. Everybody wants to be the LeBron, but don't want to go through his training, his college experience, the late nights of practice and the Kobe Bryant late nights, the early mornings of practice. Right. Everybody wants to be the Kobe. Everybody wants to be the LeBron. Right. Everybody wants, I want to be a Jay-Z.
Yeah, everybody wants to be J-Lo, but not go through the day-to-day of really what it is and how they got there.
That's the problem.
The Khaled's and
that's the problem.
Whatever they follow, the online socials. But
Here's
the thing, though, right? It's the reason why, even in the medical field, you got women who inject their lips to get the puffy lips, right, that they weren't born with, it's part of their, aside from women used to just do hair and nails and a little bit of makeup. Now it's hair, nails, makeup, a little, maybe if they do makeup, but the main thing now, additional to nails now as an accessory, is the eyelashes, right?
Yeah.
And they've added that to their thing. Now, I'm not knocking lashes, but what my point is that, or let's just forget those. Men who go and get the fake abs put in their stomach, right? By doctors, or women who go get the butts. My point is that people have always, or the waist trainers to train your waist because you want to squeeze the fat, but you don't want to lose the fat.
That makes no sense to me.
Right?
And 90% of them, I love when I see women act like this, #gym life. You got fucking surgery.
Right.
You didn't lose fat naturally.
Yeah, you didn't go through the process.
All of a sudden, making it seem like you did maybe 2 minutes of step climber, and that's what got you. That's bullshit. You're not eating correct. Your calorie count is. This is the facade of social media.
When you work for it and you do it the right way, I promise you, it feels better than when you just skip the line. You know. But my point is that we've always been in the world that's like, instantly go ahead and in 30 minutes you'll get. This is where infomercial industries make billions.
Correct.
Right? This is where fast food chains make millions.
Correct.
Because don't go home and cook and then just come to my drive-thru in 3 seconds. I'll get you whatever you want to eat. Double cheeseburger on. Da-da. So my point is that we've lost the ability as a culture just to think for ourselves, man.
We don't think, and if you really think about life,
other people think for us. Social media think for us.
And that's why I say a lot of times, a lot of us, we have lost our identity as grown adults.
Living memes. That's what you.
A lot of people, you're mimicking everybody you see on social media.
You don't even
people
know.
dressing like them, wearing jewelry like them, trying to talk like them.
You saw Kevin Gates' pants. Level of tightness. I get fitted jeans. We wearing fitted jeans now.
Correct.
But God, I mean,
and don't get me wrong, I actually like the guy's mindset, but it's not even just him. And I like his mindset. I think Kevin Gates is a
cool and all
very
that,
educated brother.
But the level of tightness in those pants when he was performing, I was just like, my boy. I'm like, and then it was sagging, right? And then he got the briefs. So it's like, in the wrong world, especially in the prison world, we know what that means.
Yeah, correct,
right?
Correct.
We know what that means, right? Which is where it came from. We know what that means. That means
and I find it
and
funny
that's not,
too.
and I don't really know him like that, but we don't know if that's really what you want. Which we don't think that's what you want. My point is that style of that painted on, like it looked like it was painted on.
You know who first started wearing that is, I would say, Jamaicans and Hispanics. Hispanic men, they known for wearing some super tight ass pants.
But that didn't even come from North America. Understand that anything fitted is European.
Yeah, sure.
Which came from really business attire.
Correct.
So those fitted suits you see me wear is European style.
You see the Zara, correct?
London,
correct.
Britain, you know what I'm saying? France. These are.
Let's be honest,
they've been on that.
Here's how I look at the whole people dressing in questionable ways type of world. I look at it, it's their life. It doesn't affect me. But yes, it's questionable.
The reason I bring it up is because it's the point of not thinking for self, right? Because remember, there was a time 12 years ago, what was we rocking? Everything had to be baggy.
Oh, yeah. And I still was on fitted. I was on fitted then.
You see what I'm saying? The tall tee had to be baggy.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I pull up at the Club V. That's when the tall tees was in the game. Jabos was in the game.
That's a real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The baggage fitted. I ain't on nothing fitted. Everything was baggy.
They had on Jabos.
The fit hat, throwback jerseys. Everything was
loose.
Was different. Every artist had everything loose. Now you see these artists and that's going with the times. I get that. But my point is that you get to a point to where it's like we're not even thinking for self. We've lost self because we want to keep up so much of the times where we say, you know what, fuck fitted, I want to go skinny.
And some people, now here's my thing too. Is it safe to say that skinny is meant for certain types of bodies?
100%. That's what it's made for. That's why it's called skinny. You can't be skinny and chunky. It makes you can't, it doesn't mix well. It's not supposed to.
I'm going to tell you why a guy like Kevin Gates can get a pass on that because we got to also look at the fact that one is it's his money, it's his lifestyle, his dress code.
No, I'm not against it. You can wear you can wear a dress all you want,
and which a lot of men are.
Well, you can wear a dress all you want.
Which is so.
I'm just the point I'm making is the thinking for self, right? It's saying, you know what? Where did I get this? Why am I doing this?
Mm-hmm.
That was just an example, right? But this goes back to every other bad habit where people don't have when it comes to the mindset, when it comes to not investing in self, when it comes to all these, there's people who get off and they just clock in their other job, which is scrolling. And that scrolling is unintentionally influencing you.
You got to realize this, man.
So when they see a meme, that meme now becomes their way of life.
There's people that's scrolling through social media maybe 80% of the day. And then they wonder why they can't grow. They wonder why there's no growth in their life. There's no transition to success in their life. They wonder why they still struggling.
Bobby.
80% per day of their life, they're on social media scrolling.
Bobby, I'm tired. I've been working all day, man. I ain't got time for all that.
They ain't got time for all that, but they got time to go to brunches. They ain't got time for that, but they got time to go to concerts. They ain't got time for that, but they don't have money for that, but they got money to go do surgery. They ain't got money for that, but they got money to go buy Range Rovers, Land Rovers,
you know
and go put money in shit that's not going to make them any money.
But you know how I know
that doesn't make sense to me.
But you know how I know people have time to research, because they can research and find the shoes that be the hardest to get. I can't even buy them, because I ain't gonna go through all these loops and bounds to get these shoes.
It's people.
They get them first. They get them in the next week. They know how to find them. And in my head, I'm like, well, damn, if you could research that good, why can't you just look up the same XYZ shit you asked me about for your business?
You know, and the truth is, the reason why a lot of people won't invest time into things that make sense, because we're still stuck in this world where a lot of people, I've learned in life, if you want to have a good business, sell people wants, not needs.
Correct.
If you're able to sell them wants, because people want a Range Rover, they don't need a Range Rover.
No.
People want an expensive watch, they don't need an expensive watch.
Correct.
People want tattoos, you don't need all those goddamn tattoos. No. People want the Lambo truck, you don't need the Lambo truck. No. The moment in life you're selling wants, expensive extensions, now everybody getting the nose ring, everybody's just followers. That's all the world is now. Everybody's a follower.
Got them
lashes, everybody's just following what nobody know who they are anymore.
I mean, but it makes sense though, right? Because in social, you follow and you get followed.
That's true.
Beat that. So it's just another way of conditioning.
Correct.
Right? Social engineering. So the people that watch here can only see this is because they follow you, right? You see what you see in your feed because you follow them.
That's correct.
Right? So it's a social conditioning, it's an engineering, it's a mindset, which is a bigger topic. But to keep it to what we're talking about, why people cannot, or most people, whenever win in life, and remember, winning is different for everybody.
It's subjective.
So we're not here to tell you what winning is. What we're saying is,
some people winning is I got $20,000 in the bank. Some people winning, I make $25 an hour.
Yeah.
Some people winning, I make $1 million a year. Some people winning, I make $500,000 a year. Some people win, I make $1 billion a year.
Right.
Some people are winning, I own $1 billion.
Correct.
So winning is very subjective, because some of y'all feel y'all winning. You got 2 car payments, or you got 1 car payment, you working 2 jobs. Your friends hate you. You don't own shit in life, but in your eyes, you're fucking winning. I don't know who the hell told you that, but there's a lot of individuals that feel like that. Well, I don't own shit. I'm 40 years old. I have nothing to show all my life. My credit score is horrible. Right. I'm working 2 jobs to drive this car. I'm renting a fucking apartment all my life, but I'm winning. How is that possible? There's also a difference when you have to be realistic and you can be animated. A lot of you are not realistic with your life. The realistic part is this. Life's going to catch up with you at 50, 55. You're going to realize that, damn,
plan.
I got no retirement plan. You're going to be just like so many people that's calling me. 59 years old, 55 don't have shit.
Still busting their butt.
$800 Social Security checks.
I see it all the time.
Straight jokes.
Every single day.
People, you got to change your mindset, man.
People who fail to plan that plan to fail.
Oh, yeah.
It's majority of the world. And what I'm seeing here is just that it can be done. Y'all can still get out. Wherever you at right now, you can still get out.
There's always a place to readjust.
You can still get out. You can start tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Your life gonna change. It's up to you. It's a decision. Because remember, the person who says they can't and they can are both usually right. Remember,
correct.
The person who says I'm not gonna ever make $1 million and I will make $1 million are both usually right. The only difference is who's gonna be consistent on both. The funny thing about consistency is when it comes to doing nothing, it's easy to be consistent doing nothing. It's not easy to be consistent doing something because there's resistance on that side. Just like working out.
Correct.
It's easy not to go to the gym because you're not dealing with what? The resistance. When you get to the gym, what do you have to deal with? Resistance. The leg press. The pull up. All of it is part of resistance.
Correct.
So the reason why human beings put themselves and their bodies through that stress, which is why it gives you the best result, blood pressure low. Every people can start feeling it like something about you glowing now because you working out. You drinking your water. You're getting good sleep.
You know what I've learned in life? Somebody told me that this.
But you put your body through such a stressful, you sweat and you, oh my God, I gotta.
See, recently I learned that one thing you don't ever get back is your time. Time management is so important to being successful. So if I could give y'all a couple things before we close out. One is, we talked about 3 things. One is self-investment, right? Invest in yourself. Number 2, we said change your mindset. I get it. You got the name brand clothes. You got the fancy brand cars. The question is, what do you own? Properties? Any land? Any stocks? Any crypto? Any businesses? A lot of you don't understand. You need to start changing the type of people you hang with.
Your surroundings.
You still hang with your high school friends who ain't doing shit. Invite them to Thanksgiving. Invite them to a Christmas party that you got at your goddamn house. But now you also got to have those friends that saying, you know what? They moving. They elevating. They elevating so hard, it's making you look bad. It's motivating you to say, I got to catch up. Yeah, you need those type of friends.
I need to do something about that. Yeah, exactly.
But if I'm going to say one thing to y'all, I definitely can say it changed a lot about me. Never stop being you. The problem with this world today is you need to understand who you are and where you're going in life. It needs to be clear. This is how much I'm trying to make a year. This is what I'm trying to own in the next year or 2 years. This is why I need to have that happen. This is why I'm taking these steps. It needs to be clear.
Yeah.
What would you say to these individuals? What tip can you give these individuals?
I think to that point, I want to kind of stand on that because I really want to tell people what they should be thinking, right? Because as we get into inflation, as we go into this recession and a slowdown in the economy, interest rates are going to continue to rise. I want people to understand. Okay, let's talk bag talk right now. Okay, what I mean by that is, as an individual, single, no kids, you need to know what money is. There should be a level of income you should be making no matter what. Anything below that amount is not money. Stop thinking $80,000 is money. Just because the average person doesn't make it doesn't mean it's money. It's not money, y'all. Let's keep that up. 70,000 is not money. Okay. I would say the goal for a single person with no kids, try to make 90 to 100, preferably 100 flat.
And a lot of you don't realize this while he's talking. I'm gonna just pause for a quick second. 90% of people don't make over $100,000. If you pay attention to the American Income Instagram page and TikTok page, I love what this brother's doing, going around the world. Him and another page called Salary Transparency. Salary Transparent. These 2 pages, these people go around asking people, what do you do for a living? How much money you make?
How long have you been doing it?
And how long you been doing it? And do you even like your occupation?
Put you on game.
You get to really see how many people in this world don't make $100,000. Now, do you want that to be you? And then when you see the people that make 200, 300, pay attention to what they do for a living.
Correct.
I wish somebody would have another show.
Focus your energy there.
I wish people would have another show showing what does it take to get to 300,000.
Mm-hmm.
What does it take to get to 200? What does it take to get to 400?
Oh, it's all the same thing. And it goes back to these 3 things. That's what it takes. Mindset, surrounding, and self-investment.
Correct.
Because a lot of people who do make those incomes, there was a guy in American Income, he said he makes $180,000. No degree. He taught himself a skill. Now he's making $180,000. He's been for 3 years.
All right,
that's just an example. So while you guys are doing all this BS, so let me get back to the point.
Go ahead.
A single person, no kids, work to make 100. Base, or make sure your base is 80 and above, and the rest you can make guaranteed, so your 100 is still guaranteed. Work on that. Nobody needs to know how long it's going to take you to get there. Nobody needs to know where you're at right now. That's between you and your maker. Work on that. Household. 2 incomes. As a couple, I believe 200 or more.
Correct.
With either 1 or 2 kids, work on that. Whatever y'all doing, work on it. And if you're there, great. And if y'all still check the check there, bring them expenses down. Adjust your lifestyle.
Correct.
Figure something else out. Or bump it to 250. But couple, 3 or more kids. Couple with 3 or more kids. Get yourself close as you can to 300. Mind you, I'd love to see everybody making 300, but that's not realistic. I'm just giving you guys goals of incomes you should drive to, because now, at least after you paid everything, the leftover gives you enough to start feeling a different type of lifestyle. Like, damn, I got my money. I still got money left. I can go get me some better clothes. I can go get me a better car. I can go save some money towards my goal to get a property.
Correct.
To get an investment property, start to stay. Like, the reason I'm bringing this up is because money is going to be worth less as the months go by. So your $100,000 as of right now will buy much less in December. That's a fact because rates are going up.
The inflation, people.
So your money's not going to buy what it used to buy in December that it did in January.
People pay attention to what he's talking about. Pay attention.
So my point is to keep up with that, you need a goal as a single person and as a couple. As a couple, if y'all ain't doing a quarter or better, or at least 200 or better, you're doing something wrong. You need to focus on something. It means 100 apiece. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, it should be more. We're talking about bare minimum. If you're not there, that's fine. This is not a judgment. This is saying, okay, now you got a goal to get to. And not just make it 1 year. Let's try to get it 3, 4, 5 years consecutive. Because that will start helping change your surroundings, your mindset, your self-investment.
Correct.
But if you ain't even got a dollar after every day, you ain't hear nothing we trying to say. So this is where I'm starting because that's what's most important. Bobby, what would you say when it comes to the income levels? If you agree or
you know what,
change for a couple, because you about to have a family. So what do you think as a couple? You know, I already hit the single people. Everybody should be at 100 or better. But as two couples together with one child, and let's say two, what would you like to see them make?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
What's the goal they should go for? Minimum.
When you look at daycare, when you look at after school care,
oh my God.
You look at car insurance. When you look at for some of you who have a mortgage or who don't. When you look at
trying to get a
entertainment, meaning people, because when you're with somebody, you have to keep dating, and that costs. It's not always going to be a Netflix and chill. You have to go out. And a lot of you don't understand. Nowadays, I'm going to say this. If each person is on the low side, making $100,000, that's on the low side, they have a chance of living a decent lifestyle if they manage their money.
And mind you, let's be clear about
on the low side.
Let's be clear about this, Bobby.
If each is making $100,000.
We're on the East Coast. The rules are a little different on the West. If you live in Seattle and LA, saying this don't apply to you, you need to double these numbers.
I'm gonna answer some questions in a minute, okay?
You need to double these numbers. We're talking about people who's in the East Side, who probably, who's on Eastern Standard Time, it's a little expensive, and if you in New York, add 40% more to what we just said, because obviously certain places you ain't gonna make it with these types of numbers.
People, we get he's 100% right.
But I'm just talking about generalizations. Go ahead, Bobby.
People, I want y'all to understand what he's saying is true, because 100,000 in California, 100,000 in New York, 100,000 in certain states or cities like Miami, you will be struggling. And some of you don't realize you're making 60,000, and you're trying to fight this world. How come I'm not where I need to be? Some women right now, they're prostituting, acting like they got fucking boutiques. People, this is the Pain for Truth podcast. The truth is the truth. We're grown men. There's men acting like they're doing this and that, but people, they scam. That's just the reality. Acting like your mechanic shop making that type of money. That's bullshit. Okay? But here's what I want to tell y'all. You got to look at the reality of what it takes to survive based on the next 2 years of your life. A lot of you need to understand, if you're making $100,000 and you're boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife, or because now there's a different category. I guess them two together. You got to understand, some of you will struggle next year if each of you are making $100,000. And here's the reality: some of you are not even making $50,000 a year. Do you understand how far behind you are financially? And when this market crash, prices go down, which they're slowly going down. Inflation keeps increasing. The price of bread becomes more expensive. Look at rent payments right now. Look at car payments. Look at what it's costing. Grocery prices have gone up 21%. Meat has gone up 9%. And some of y'all still making the same $50,000, $60,000. And you think you're doing it. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna start penny pinching. I'm gonna start rebudgeting here. You're gonna rebudget it so much, suffer and squeeze yourself to death.
No matter where you stand, it's 2 bands or better.
You need to make more money. You need another stream of income. You need to change your mindset, and that's what we're talking about tonight. We're not here judging anybody. We're just trying to have you guys understand the pain for truth. That's what this
focus on.
You need to
focus on only that and nothing else. All this, you can scroll for a little bit, but get back to it. Damn, where I'm at right now for you.
I'm gonna take a couple comments,
Mike. Let me figure out another job I can get to. I don't need to get a degree where I can try to get
100% right.
Where I can get 100. Then I can go up from there. But just get out the bottom.
I'm gonna take a couple comments.
Ahead,
I know it's almost 11. It's 11
yeah, we're gonna wrap
Eastern time. Facebook, you said that's funny. An older guy asked me why I dress like the way I dress in my 20s. I was a little offended. Yes, I'm chunky, but I did consider and make the adjustments. Whoever this individual is, if you're a brother or a woman, I'm not sure, but I believe it's a brother. I'm glad that you realize that how you dress makes a difference to how far you go in life.
Very important.
Some of you dress, and I said this in my TikTok video yesterday, dress very tacky. You're a very tacky dresser. Your hygiene is bad. Nobody's going to take you serious. Your vernacular is horrible. Correct. You need to change the dynamics of these things. I appreciate you, brother, for realizing you have a problem, and you went ahead and said, I'm going to fix it. Dan says, what's your thoughts on the new Kevin Samuels Black Guru? Who you talking about? Put the person's name below. Is he talking about the dude that got banned? But I don't understand.
No, that's Kevin Tate. He ain't gonna do it.
Okay. Hold on. Some brother here, somebody says, I make $20,000 a year with 4 kids. What the? Hold on. He said he made $20,000 a year.
I'm not laughing
with 4 motherfucking kids. Now,
I'm not laughing at you.
Again, our goal is to educate you.
Address this, please, first.
You want me to dive in? Okay.
Go first.
$20,000 a year, 4 kids.
Because nobody knows this better than us right now. We understand.
People, let me tell you, like, this is what we master. Like, I have degrees in this. I understand taxes. I understand the dynamics of demographics, geographics. I mean, it's crazy. 20,000 divided by 12. Okay. Pretty much, not to be rude to the individual, I'm glad he gave me a real answer.
Yeah.
He's living in poverty. Obviously, he has government assistance. That's the only way I guarantee this individual is surviving. Right. Which I want you guys to understand. This is why we did this live. There's people that need other streams of income. There's people that need a higher paying job. And there's jobs online right now where you could take a course for 60 days. Okay? You could take a course for 60 days that could give you a $200,000 a year salary. Nowadays, not even about a degree.
You heard that?
There's courses now for 90 days, 60 days online. You will be making $150,000 a year. You don't even have to go to school. And better yet, I'm going to talk those soon. This Tuesday.
Soon. We're going to talk about them soon because we're going to give y'all
I'm going to give you 8 degrees that's doing that right now to help this brother or whoever this individual is that's making $20,000 a year.
Forget the degrees, though. Forget the degrees. We're going to give you the upskill options. But with those options, we're going to drop the links so you guys can use our code to get discounts, right? To these programs. Because we're not just going to tell you to go to these programs. We're going to get you at least a few discounts.
This Facebook user says, I feel like I can't make enough. Here it goes again. That's mindset. Anybody in this world, anybody that's watching these lives, based on whatever platform you're watching this on.
Let me go back to Mr. 20,000.
I think that's him again too, but yeah, go ahead.
If y'all can see that, that's $400 a week gross. Okay, $384 a week gross.
I don't know how he's surviving. I spend that on
groceries. Boss man.
A week. Sometimes.
I don't know what you need to do. I don't know if this is probably maybe one of the times me and Bobby can give you a session for free. You know what I'm saying? This is when we give something back to you maybe for 30 minutes. It won't be a full session, but you need the most help. And here's why.
I'm going to put my link below.
We got to get back to this, brother. We got to help because here's why. I'm not going to clown you and put you down or anything. What my point is we really do want to help with that, but you got to understand that's not something that's acceptable, right? Gross. With 4.
Remember, brother, he needs to book a session with
these 4 right here.
Get him right mentally.
These 4 right here, right, that you brought into the world. That's 4 different generations, 4 different lineages, 4 different mindsets in the future. You could probably have 4 doctors, 4 engineers, or a mix of people who are going to change the world, or 3 felons and 1 prostitute. You get what I'm going with it. So it's your duty. You ain't even allowed to sleep, boss. If you sleep, it's literally the minimum because your job should be focusing on what he just said. You need to upskill. If you don't like to do this, you better learn to love to do this because at this point, you need to add an extra $80,000 minimum to your gross.
And you see with a brother like that.
And when I say gross, I mean this is what you get before anybody take any money out.
But here's the thing too. I want to ask his brother. That's why I want him to book a session.
You gotta book it
with 4 kids
because you need us. And you need
something that he has to manage correctly is his time.
Yeah, we don't.
But then I want to also ask for 4 kids. Where's the baby mothers?
We don't need you
because I need to understand the dynamics of the situation.
Correct.
Because
forget all that.
He's short 80,000.
Correct.
He is short 80,000.
His baby mothers may be here, maybe not. But regardless, boss man, we need to figure out what you can get next week
ASAP.
That can get you double than what you. I can guarantee I can get you 40,000 right now. If you ain't no fellas, I can get you 50,000 right now.
I can't but see
right now. But you gotta change who you are.
It really bothers me because there's so many. Think about this. There's Uber. There's the Amazon. The driver for Amazon. Flex.
And have a car. Let's just say he ain't got a good car. Like
there's Instacart. People, how is that possible? I can't wait to hear the story
because babysitting his 4 kids. It ain't gonna be that. I
get a part of it. I get.
It's not gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? He probably get
20,000 a year at a grown adult age. We gotta get this brother right wherever you are, white, black, Hispanic. Please
reach out
DM me. Reach out to me I'm on all different platforms. It's not hard to find me. And I want you to understand the brother who posted that. I grew up from an urban environment. I grew up.
Gotta get you right.
Being poor. But I had to learn in life there's more opportunities than you could ever imagine.
You can do it, bro. Trust me. Don't give up. You can do it.
I went from making $40 a week when I was 15 years old to where I'm at today. And I'm gonna be honest, I was making maybe $250,000 or $200,000. I was 22. Just so y'all can see the mindset. But people, I want y'all to understand, this is why we're starting to do these lives every single Thursday night. We're talking about different ways to teach you how to make money, how to win. Follow us on Clubhouse, Mentor Me, Mike the Advisor.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all on my YouTube. Make sure you're on Spotify. I got a lot of great content. We're doing these lives to really teach you guys, but we're not going to hold nothing back. We're not going to make you feel good. We're going to tell you guys the truth. Because of situations like that, there should be no human being that's born in the United States, no matter how much goddamn kids you have, making $20,000 to $40,000 a fucking year. I want to get this brother right. DM me. Let me change your mindset and show you how the fuck to go from 40 to 100,000 literally in maybe 6 months. That's light work. That's light work.
What else we got? Is that it?
That's him again. He says 100,000 a year sounds good. I gave him my link, told him just communicate with me.
Yeah, we gotta get you right, boss.
People, make sure you are on YouTube every Thursday night. This is called the Pain for Truth podcast, hosted by your boy Mentor Me, alongside
boy Mike the Advisor. Instagram. Appreciate y'all. It's our first time here with Instagram. Tuning in with us. We normally got Facebook here, so we wanted to bring Instagram in the store.
I love y'all. Appreciate all the love, support, people that share my videos, people that's on my TikTok. If you're not, get on my TikTok. If y'all really want to support my movement, feel free to get on Spotify at $9.89 a month. Yeah. That means a lot to me. It ain't gonna change my goddamn life, but I would love for the support. And I want y'all to keep learning, man. I got a lot of great content. Been doing this for 6 years. Love everybody that DMs me paragraphs every goddamn day. I love y'all. I respond to pretty much everybody. I may take a day or two because sometimes I live a real life. I'm an investor. I'm a commercial realtor. So I'm very busy, but at the same time, I make time to answer all DMs, all questions, and give people as much free game as I possibly can because I really want to see all y'all win. Because at the end of the day, I knew what it is to have nothing to be where I'm at today. I thank the man above every day. One God. MentorMe.com. You guys have a great night.
Appreciate
like,
y'all.
share, subscribe. Get on TikTok, MentorMe954. YouTube, Mentor Me. Follow my boy Mike the Advisor. Follow Mentor Me every Thursday night. I'm on here. That's doing bad. That's financially struggling. If you got somebody that's asking you to borrow money, they should be on this live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Mentor Me Eastern Time. You guys enjoy. Peace.